They think control is loud, that leadership is about shouting orders, standing on podiums, being seen. But Ayanokoji proves the opposite. The most dangerous mind in the room is the one that doesn't speak unless it has to, that doesn't act unless every move has been calculated 10 steps in advance. In the White Room, he wasn't trained to win. He was trained to dominate, to observe every variable, to manipulate the entire board, without anyone realizing the board is being manipulated. Ayanokoji's real strength isn't that he's a genius. It's that he never tries to prove it. He hides behind average test scores. He lets others shine. He avoids the spotlight deliberately. Because when people think you're ordinary, they don't guard themselves. And that's when the real control begins. Most people want recognition. They want to be seen, heard, praised. But Ayanokoji has no interest in that. He's not chasing validation. He's chasing positioning. Everything he does is calculated. Every word he says serves a long-term purpose. If silence achieves more than speech, he stays silent. If action draws attention, he stays still. It's not apathy. It's calculation. You watch the way he operates in the school. He lets pseudo-leaders rise. He watches how they behave. He feeds them selective information, enough to stir conflict, but never enough to make himself visible. Then, in the background, he uses that chaos as cover to pull the strings. People think intelligence is about knowing more, but the truth is, intelligence at Ayanokoji's level is about revealing less. Information isn't something you share, it's something you withhold. Because the less you speak, the harder it is to predict your next move. Silence becomes a weapon. Even when he helps someone, it's never charity. It's leverage. He doesn't give favors, he builds debts. Kushida, Horikita, Ryuen, none of them are allies. They're pieces on a board he designed. He gives them power, a role, a feeling of importance, because people become predictable when they think they matter. He lets them act freely, while he shifts the outcomes invisibly from the background. This isn't just manipulation, it's strategic patience. He lets others believe they have control. Because if you try to dominate people directly, they resist. But if you let them believe it was their idea all along, they'll walk straight into the outcome you wanted. And when things go wrong, he doesn't panic. He doesn't cling to his plan out of ego. He rewrites the plan. Fast. He understands that true power isn't in control. It's in adaptability. Every loss is just new data. Every betrayal is a puzzle piece. Every threat becomes an opportunity. He doesn't get emotional. Not because he lacks emotion, but because emotion is data, not a command. Where others explode, he becomes more focused, more precise. In every crisis, Ayanokoji plays both sides. He understands how to feed both enemies and allies just enough information to keep them guessing. He knows when to step in, and more importantly, when to hold back. While others rush for victory, he's building conditions where victory becomes inevitable. He doesn't go for flashy wins. He isolates variables, removes options, and quietly boxes his opponent in, until there's nowhere left to run. The game ends before they even realize they were playing. He doesn't act alone either, but he never trusts anyone fully. His network isn't built on loyalty. It's built on calculation. Everyone has a role, but no one sees the full plan. That's the genius. People think of masterminds as lone wolves, but Ayanokoji proves that even a lone wolf can control a pack, if he gives them purpose, conflict, and illusion. Even his failures are layered. If a move fails, he doesn't deny it. He absorbs the loss, hides the intent, and prepares the next strike. No emotion, just recalibration. And it works because of one fundamental principle. You're either part of someone's system, or you're the one who created it. Ayanokoji never enters a situation without studying the rules, the players, and the cracks in the system. Then he uses those flaws, slowly, invisibly, to restructure the entire game from the inside. Class D was supposed to be the bottom. Useless students, no future. But from day one, he made that class a lab. Let the egos clash. Let the weaknesses surface. Let the school play its game, while he built his own. He doesn't need approval. He doesn't need followers. He just needs one thing: the ability to move undetected, to strike without warning, and to disappear without leaving fingerprints. This isn't about school. It's about control, systems, human behavior. It's about reshaping the world from behind the curtain. You don't need to be seen to be dangerous. You don't need recognition to win. You just need precision, strategy, and silence. That's how Ayanokoji wins, and that's how you gain power, not by chasing it, but by building a world where it chases you.